Welcome to Raider Hall as we get set for a WIAA Division II regional quarterfinal as the Northland Pines Eagles come into town to take on the Medford Raiders. I'm Steve Ockner from Sports on Focus, here to take you through this one. Two teams that finished in the middle of the Great Northern Conference. Medford finishing third. They went 9-12 overall, 7-4 in the GNC. They had some pretty good wins out there. As we take a look, obviously big wins on the road and winning a lot of these places at Anago, at Lakeland, at Rhinelander. They did win just about a week and a half ago on the 9th, 3-0 at Northland Pines. Or that was in the Great Northern Conference Tournament. Stats not in for that one, but Medford won 3-0. That was actually over at Mosinee in the Great Northern, second leg of the Great Northern Conference meet. So that's a recent score. Winner of this game gets a wonderful reward. They will go to 1 seed Mosinee on Thursday. So get a win here, and you've got to play one of the best Division II volleyball teams in the state. But it's the playoffs. That's how it works. Ticking down here as we take a look at student sections. A couple students making the trip down from Eagle River. See some Pines hockey jerseys over there. The Medford, it is a work night for the Medford Raiders student section. They got the big cone, they've got a man working shirt, the whole works. So should be a lively crowd here tonight. Two teams very familiar with each other, obviously both playing in the Great Northern Conference. One of the advantages of playing at the higher divisions, you get a few more of these. We will also have Raider sports on Thursday. Regional semifinal on the soccer pitch as the Rhinelander Hodags come into town to take on the Medford Raiders. Winner of that one gets to go up to Minocqua and take on 1 seed Lakeland. So not an enviable task there either, but we are just a few minutes away from this one. We sadly will not be making the trip north with the Raiders for football on Friday. Couple other things breaking the other way on us. Rice Lake Community Television puts on a good production there for the football team, so we'll have links to that. But we will have 1 seed Colby taking on 8 seed Oconto, and I will be in Spencer, a surprise 3 seed, kind of what threw everything in flux for us. The Spencer Columbus Rockets. 5-4, 5-3 in games they played, getting a 3 seed in the playoffs. They will host St. Croix Falls. That is both those games a 7 o'clock start. And then we will be in Colby on Saturday morning. We will not be live, but we will have highlights from the Division II sectional up there in down there, I should say, for you guys, in Colby. Following the cross-country team there. That will be always a good race there at Colby. Great course that they have out there. But we'll have highlights from that one as the Raider girls look to go back to state. Joey Sullivan and I'm sure a couple other Medford runners would love to punch tickets as well on the boys' side. So some opportunities there. We'll have coverage of that on Saturday and possibly maybe making the trip up to Minocqua, depending on the situation. That is TBD. Obviously, first the Raiders have to win Thursday, and then hard to believe, but that will get us through to sectional levels next week. Not sure where we'll be going, if anywhere, for that. And then all that'll be left is football. So we're getting excited as the fall sports season wraps up. Started looking at winter sports schedules already. Hard to believe we are less than a month to the start of the girls basketball season. So we'll have coverage of the Raiders and all sorts of local teams from all over the state next coming up this winter. So a lot going on. Want to give a huge thank you to all of our sponsors. You see them running across the bottom of the screen. Especially a huge shout out to Century 21 Dairyland Realty up here, making these broadcasts possible. Those sponsors help a lot. If you're interested in joining in, drop us a little message in the comments and we will absolutely get a hold of you and get you set up with something. Also, make sure to patronize the businesses you see running across the bottom. They're the ones that allow me to sit here and scream into a microphone about sports for a couple hours every night. So we enjoy that. Last few seconds ticking down. We're going to turn it over for the national anthem and starting lineups, and I'll be back with the call in just a moment.
Number 1, Allie Paulson.
right. There we go. We've got the starting lineups. We are ready to go. Volleyball night in Medford. Medford and Northland Pines. We said two schools very familiar with each other. We'll see which, let's take a look here. It will be Pines to start with the serve. So Pines will be serving from the right side from our vantage point, Medford from the left. The barrel comes in for Megan Fredrickson. Medford has rolled around with the libero a little bit this year. It's mostly been Olivia Krug, but a couple times we've seen other players come in and play that role. Maybe testing things out. Good student support here. You'll see him when the ball goes that way. And they pull out number 5, Kirkland Williams, for the libero, Sammy Haidu, and she will be the first to serve. Ball up. That was going to come over your near side, almost into the Medford bench. Point to the Raiders. Not the start you want if you're Northland Pines, and that will send Katie Liebert back to serve for the Raiders. Liebert steps up, low line drive. That was going to come all the way across, tip back across by Medford. Northland Pines will set in the middle, tipping it across, out of play, point Medford. Good leave for that one. I believe that was by Paulson. Just letting that one go out of bounds. It was right near the line, and Liebert will be back to serve again. Low line drive again. This one will stay on the Northland Pines side. Comes up, power, but into the net. Point Medford. 3-0. As the students get into it, Liebert back. Another low line drive. That one's going to come all the way across. Tip down. Point. 14. Rin Rush puts that one just a little tip. The Medford student section definitely outnumbering the Northland Pines. That's a long drive for students on a Tuesday night serve right down the line. That one will be kept in. Comes over here near side. Power. That one is going to catch the line. Point Northland Pines. Nevaeh Dursky painting the back line. And Northland Pines gets their first point of the game. And Sammy Hulskamp will head to the back line to serve. Hulskamp, the big swing. That one's going to be popped up here in the middle. They're going to go far side for Paulson. Paulson looking back line. Just misses it. Point Pines. Good play there by Paulson. Nobody was going to get to that one. But just a fraction of an inch too far. Hulskamp back to serve again. Paulson sets it up. They're going to look. Paulson's just going to have to whack it over. Nice. Instead wallop that one over, and that one comes back. Now they're going to get a chance to set. They go far side. That one down. Well played. They're going to try and go back power. That one's going to go out the back. No tip. Medford gets the serve back. They lead 5-2. Back to serve now is Abby Fry. Fry trying to catch the back line. Just missed. Point Pines. Again, good thought by Fry as she will come out and Olivia Krug will come back in. Low line drive serve, well dug out. They're going to set up for Fredrickson. Fredrickson just gives it a little finesse. And now setting up in the middle. That one tipped across. Krug right there. Tip back line. Catches Pines out for a second. They're trying to get something back going. That one up. That one's going to stay alive. And Medford will send it across. That one's going to come right back. Medford a chance to set up. In the middle. Took a big swing at it, but well dug out by Pines. Coming back the other way, that one dug out. It's going to come down on the net, and that's going to land on Medford's side. Point Pines, they are down 1. Hard ball to play when it's coming from behind you like that. Hard to keep track of. Serve. Low line drive into the net, back to Medford. And we'll get a substitution. 14, Rin Rush comes off. 10, Gabby Brunner comes on. She will serve. All the way back to the line for the basketball. She comes up, big swing. Well dug out by Heelskamp at the back line. It's going to come over here near side, tipped across. Chance for Medford to set up. They go Paulson here on the near side. Gets blocked up. Good job by Northland Pines. Comes back the other way. Krug sends it into the crowd. She tried to dig that one out, but it goes into the crowd. Point Northland Pines, and they're back within one again. 6-5 Medford. They send Paris Croker back to serve. Croker, big serve. Comes back, they're going to play it across. Klepetuskas tips it over. Heelskamp gets down there. It's going to be into the net. Point Medford. And we'll see number 15, Katie Brame, check in. Katie Leiber comes up. Katie for Katie. Paulson back to serve. Allie Paulson, low line drive to the back line. Bit of trouble there. They're just going to have to bump it over. Almost caught Medford. That was actually not a bad play. They go for Klepetuskas in the middle through the block. No one can get to a point. Medford. Klepetuskas getting to that one in the middle. Paulson back up again. Paulson. Again, low line drive. That one's going to be played. And it's going to be sent into the net. I don't know if I think Klepetuskas got a finger to it to push it back. Either that or it hit the net, or might have done both. Either way, that's a point Medford. 9-5 Paulson. Another low serve. Good job there. Tip back by Klepetuskas. Point Medford. Second time she's done that in this little run that they've had. 4-0 run Medford. They are out to a 5-point lead. Paulson. Another low serve. That one takes an odd spin. Just forced to send it across. Well dug out by Brunner. Paulson pushing far side. A little too far. Missed the antenna. Out for a point. Northland Pines. The set was just a little too far back, and Megan Fredrickson could not quite tuck that one back on the inside of the antenna. And that will send Cassidy Sternhagen back to serve for Pines. Big swing, that one tipped up. Paulson sending it across using the net. Don't know if that was her intention, but it worked. Now the power come back the other way. Out the back, point Medford. Big swing, but couldn't keep it down. I believe that was Maddie Meisenberg taking the swing. As we'll see Krug stay in. Krug, serve. That one comes back. Tipped across, Krug right there. Paulson tips it back. Pines looking to set up. Attack from the back line. That's going to come all the way out the back. Point Medford. And Coach Smith needs a timeout. We will take it with her. 12-6. Medford with the lead. We'll be back right after this.
Insurance, we know you want to protect your business. The Clinner Insurance team will help you choose the insurance package and plan that fits you and your business. At Clinner Insurance, protecting your business is our top priority.
Clinner Insurance.
Nicolet Bank is now offering their Real Rewards Checking. Want your checking account to work for you? Sign up for the Real Rewards Checking and get 3% APY each month on account balances up to $10,000. Terms and conditions apply. Check out nicoletbank.com for more details.
Welcome back. Medford starting to pull away here in the first. They're up 6. 12-6. Long way to go yet. Coach Smith taking the timeout. Olivia Krug, low serve. Well dug out, setting up here. Meisenberg. Krug gets it back, pass to the front, and Paulson. Foot goes across the line, point Pines. The pass forced her towards the line a little too much. Not much you can do. Low serve. Brunner gets to it. And it's just going to have to be set across by Medford. Well dug out. That's going to set in the middle. Tipped across. Trying to get through the block. Paulson setting up. Fry sends it. Just misses the corner line. Oh, Abby Fry had the placement. Just missed that corner. Another big serve. That one into the net. Point Medford. And that will send Larissa Klepetuskis back to serve. Klepetuskis. It's across. Setting up, looking here near side, and oh, miss hit on that one. And that gives Medford the point. 13, Malia Eggleston. Just didn't quite get that one right. And the swing. That one well played. They're going to play it here for Eggleston again. Off the net. Count. No. Oh. Oh, they're going to say it hit the floor. They have the better view than we have, but it didn't look like it from up here. Northland Pines catches a break. Serve. Low serve. That one played by Paulson, passing back. Russia sending it across. That one finds floor. Point Medford. That's why you make sure to get it across, because you never know what can happen there. 15-9. And it is Katie Liebert back to serve. Back out to 6. Liebert. Low serve. That one's going to head. That will be kept in play. Pushed across. Too far out the back. Point Medford. Northland Pines never looked settled on that one from the beginning. And to Medford's advantage, 7-point lead. But Liebert tries to clip the top of the net, misses. Point Pines. And that will send Sammy Hulskamp back to serve. Hulskamp. To that far side for Paulson. Set. It's going to come back here near side for Fry. Fry! Again, just missing that outside line. Point Medford. Point Pines. Once she gets that placement right and she gets kind of feeling out where she's hitting, that is going to be a dangerous shot she's got. That one comes up, going far side for Paulson. Paulson going for placement. Well dug out. Coming back here near side, they're going to go for placement. That one's going to find out of bounds. Point. And Pines on a little mini run here. Lead is down to 4. Hulskamp back to serve again. Low serve, well dug out by Brunner. They're going to go far side for Paulson. Paulson goes back line. Played there, coming here near side, tip across. It's going to come back. Rin Rush sends it. That one's going to come back towards the net. Not cross over. Now it comes back across. Building, this time near side for Paulson. Blocked back. Medford able to get it across. Pure will to get that one across. Powered down again. That one's going to be off the block. Point Northland Pines there within 3. Liebert and Klepetuskis really keeping that one alive as Hulskamp, the serve. Setting up, they're going to go, and it'll be Krug from the back line. Comes over, tipped down, point. Rin Rush again, just waiting for that ball to come over, timing it right, and getting it. And Abby Fry will be back to serve. Krug comes off, Fredrickson comes on. Fry. That one takes an odd bounce, but it is well saved. That one comes back. Medford able to do it. Fry off the net. Good dive there, but nobody can get to it. Point Medford. Give credit to Malia Eggleston. She got to it, but then nobody was able to get to it, and that drops for the point. 18-13. Serve across. That one's going to go out the back. Point to Northland Pines. Fry comes off. Krug comes back on. See the number 13. That is Malia Eggleston to serve now. That one comes in low. Setting up. They're going to go far side. Fry sends it across. Saw where the Pine students went. That one blocked down. Point. And back now is Gabby Brunner. Brunner steps up, big swing. That one's going to get sent up into the crowd. Point. 20-14. The lead is back out to 6. Brunner's serve came off the side of the hand and shot straight in to the bleachers. Almost caught somebody coming from the concession stand. Brunner sends that one across a little too far. Point Pines. 20-15. Big hit. It's going to come down, tipped across. Oh, that one sat on the net for a second, but it fell Medford's way. That was going to be pushed back. Good job there by Brunner, just keeping it alive. Klapatuska's pushing it across. Another chance for Northland Pines to set up. They come here near side into the net. Point Medford. They set it up well. The swing just a little too early. Coming back down on it into the net. And 21-15, Medford with the lead in game 1. They send that one back over. We hear near side. That one. They're going to say tip. They're going to say that someone got just a hand to that one, and it will be Point Pines. Just waiting to see for sure if that's what they would call. It's hard to tell, but that line judge in the back corner was right on top of it. The serve comes across from Sternhagen. That one down point. That is 15, Katie Brame. We talk a lot about the finesse game that Medford has used in the past. That was just pure brute force. As that one comes back across. Getting up here into the middle. They're going to come to the near side. That one, not a lot of power on that one. Well dug out. They're going to go for Fry on the far side. That one sent back off the net. Actually going to say, now they're going to go for Brame in point. Brame paints the line, 23-16. And Coach Smith is going to take her second time out. We will take it with her. Medford two away from closing out game 1. See if they can when we come back. Welcome back. Medford 2 points away from closing out game 1. They will have Olivia Krug back to serve. It's gone well for him so far. Big hit. That one's going to go. Pines looking to dig it out, and they're going to have to tip it. Trying to tip it towards the net. A little short point. Medford, game point, Medford. Students reminding us, one more. Serve comes across. That one's going to go up off the basketball hoop. Off the basketball hoop again. Down point Medford, game 1. Medford. That basketball hoop got hit twice, both times redirecting it. There wasn't much that the Pines Eagles could do with it, so we'll head to a break. Medford gets the first one, 1-0. We'll be back with this, or leads 1-0. We'll be back with game 2 right after this.
Hi, this is Jason Miller from US Cellular and Northside Computers. We're currently celebrating our 25th year of doing business here in Marshfield. All of the money that has been spent here is spent at other establishments that we do business with. We employ local people. We've sponsored numerous North Youth Apprenticeship programs and sponsored sporting events and other things of that nature. Of all the places you could purchase a cell phone or a computer from, we want to thank you for doing business with us.
Forward being a mutual, it's a great opportunity for customers that bank with us because it allows us to make decisions for the long term, for our community, for our customers, and for our employees. We're not driven for profit as most companies are, so we can make decisions that are good for our communities, our employees, and our depositors, and that's very unique.
Former professional football player Bill Ferrario, and I had a career protecting quarterbacks in Green Bay and Madison. Now, when I need protection, I turn to the professionals at Marshfield Insurance. They help protect my home, auto, and business from disaster. With over 30 A-rated insurance companies to choose from and 24 agents, they're conditioned to give you great coverage at great rates. Plus, I keep them in tip-top shape. Let's go, premium boy.
It's really necessary.
No, but it sure is fun.
Coach Jacobs and the Mosinee Indians made the trip across from Mosinee to check out and get a little scouting in on their regional semifinal opponent. The winner of this game goes to Mosinee next on Thursday. So they're going to come down, take a look. Better than film. I mean, they could have stayed home and watched us, but I would say that being in the gym, getting a chance to watch it, and plus, anytime you're in a gym and get to watch a little volleyball is a positive. So that is coming up right now, but said winner of this game gets to go to Mosinee. Right now, Medford with the lead. So Medford has the lead. They win game one. This up just a bit. There we go, make that a little easier to see. Medford will be serving here in game two. Obviously, I took the video afterwards. Bucks raising the banner, getting the rings tonight. We definitely got plans to get down to Milwaukee for some Bucks games this winter around all of our winter sports coverage. Liebert back to serve for the Raiders. Big swing, good low serve from Katie Liebert. That one's going to come here near side, power down, and blocked back by Medford. And now Pines Force just push it across. Building for Fry on the far side. She gets the power down! Forces that one to the back line and through point Medford. We've seen her go placement a few times now. That time she went pure power, and there was no chance of digging that one out as that serve comes across back line, tipped off, out of the play, point. Couldn't quite get a good bump on that back line. Liebert 2-0. Liebert back to serve again. That one, low, that's going to come over here near side. Now they're going to play it back far side. Good power point. Number 10, Paris Croker, just putting the arm through that one. Splitting the back line, gets the point back 2-1 as Hills Camp will serve. Back line. They're going to build back here near side for Fry. Fry paints the line. She's gone for that shot a couple times, just missed. That time she paints it. And 3-1 as Olivia Krug will come back to serve. Her reward after doing that, she comes out. Krug back in. Low serve from Krug, well dug out back line. They're gonna build here to the near side. That one blocked back, pushed across. Set right in the middle, power through, point. That is Rin Rush. 4-1. And Krug. That one in the air. It's going to come back here near side, power down. That one's going to come back up, tipped across. Not much they could do with that one. Good power from Croker. Croker not able to get as much on it that time. Building the far side. That one finds the floor point. Megan Fredrickson splitting the back line. 5-1 Medford. Krug. Again, shoots back line. Takes an odd bounce off the libero and blocked down point. Paulson and Rush up there. Tip it down. Point 6-1. Olivia Krug. Another serve. That one on the far side. That was going to come back. Tip. Say she reached over the net. And that's going to be a point Pines. It was close. That's one you don't see called that closely normally, but it's hard to tell from our vantage point. That one here near side, blocked back. That comes down. Point Pines. 6-3. Drop back again. Haven't seen the number yet on our server. 13, that is Eggleston. Set, they're going to go far side. Fredrickson, that one tipped back. Down, point. I think there was some confusion over there on whether or not that ball was touched. And I believe it was Fredrickson let it go as that serve comes across. Tipped up, and that one's going to fall down, point. 8 up the set of Klepetuskas, and nobody there to clean it up, and Pines within 1. It is 6-5. The serve. That one's going to come back up here in the middle. They're going to go far, actually middle for Paulson. That one well played. That one comes up into the net. Point Medford. 7-5 as we're going to see Brunner come in for Rush, and she will head to the back line to serve. Nope, now we get a timeout. Larissa Klepetuskas adjusting a pad. Now we're ready to go. Brunner. That one popped. Good play there. They're going to try and build up. They're going to send it along. Well played by Krug. That was going to come up Fredrickson. Fredrickson just sending it across the court. Building back here, but it's going to go back line. They're going to have to send it across. Chance for Medford to build. Back set. Power comes down. Paulson. Confusion, and that one's going to drop point. Bit of confusion after the block, and it drops in, and Pines back within 1, and Paris Croker heads back to serve. Croker, the run up, and the swing. That one's going to come here. Paulson setting up for Klepetuskas. Klepetuskas powers it down, tips it back. Well dug out there. Saved, that one sent across. Going to build again. This time they're going to go for Fredrickson. That one tipped back towards the net. Passed back. Sent across. Well played by Medford. Building. They're going to go Krug. She's just going to have to send it to the back line. Well passed there by Croker. Powered down through the block. Tipped across. Down point. Found the open floor. And we're going to get double substitutions. That's going to be 15, Katie Brame on for Liebert. Grost will come on for Paulson, and Emma Grost will go back to serve for the first time tonight. Grost to the back line. We're going to pass it here near side. Into the net, point Medford. Set was a little low, not much that they could really do with that, trying to get it over. Emma Grost back to serve. Grost. That one passed over far side. Now setting up right in the middle. Tip. Gross got to it, but couldn't pop it up. Down for a point, Northland Pines. A little more fight from Northland Pines this time around as Cassidy Sternhagen comes on. Hadley Olivati checks out. And Sternhagen will serve. Still a 2-point lead, Medford. Low line drive, well dug out by Klepetuskas. Looking for Brame. Brame pushing back line. The libero Hajduk got there. Now that one sent across. That one might have gone out of play, but being safe, building for Fredrickson off the block. Played by that one, now off the net. That rewards Northland Pines. They get the point, 9-8. Northland Pines playing much better this time around. Sternhagen back to serve again. That one, Krug hops it up. It's going to come back in the middle. Klepetuskas pushes it across. Hajduk there. They're going to build here to the near side for Meisenberg. Not able to get much on it. Gives a chance for Medford to build. That one's going to be too far out the back point. Pines, and we are tied at 9, and Medford is going to need to take a timeout. Medford takes a timeout, tied 9-9. We'll be back right after this.
You don't have to postpone feeling your best. Aspirus has all the right protective measures in place, so there's no need to delay important screenings and procedures. Visit aspirus.org to schedule today. Because we love, we lead. Aspirus.
Welcome back. 9-9. Northland Pines coming back in this one. Back to serve again is Sternhagen. She's had a good run of serve here. Another low serve. This one dug out a little better. Bro setting up here near side. That one into the net. Well saved by Pines. They'll able to push it across. Medford setting again. This time Klepetuskas. Klepetuskas with a tip. Down point. Larissa Klepetuskas with the high IQ move, just tipping it over the block. And that will send Megan Fredrickson back to serve. Fredrickson, too far out the back. Point Pines, and we are back tied this time at 10. Fredrickson comes off. And back to serve Maddie Meisenberg. Line drive, that one in the air. That one's going to come for Fry on the far side. Fry power through it. That one comes back. Fry tips it up, and they're going to set the offense. Look at this time, Klepetuskas on the near side. That one sent. It's just going to be sent back line. Brunner, good pass up front. Rose pushes it across. Confusion for a second there. Now tip, and that's going to come down. Point. Good play there by Medford. And Klepetuskas will head to the back line to serve. 11-10 Medford. Big swing, that one goes out the back. Just missed painting that back line. 11-11. And you have to wonder how much longer they're going to try and shoot that back line. It just has not been working this week. That one comes back here, and that one into the net. Point Pines, and they have their first lead of this game, and I believe their first lead might be their first lead of, no, they had some leads very early, like 2-1 or something like that in the first game. That one, they're going to go for a rush on the far side. That one blocked back. Tipped across, that one sent back down, tipped across again. This time Pines will set. That one blocked back. High into the air. That one near the net, and no, in the net. Point Medford. Ties it up at 12. Liebert in for Brame. Gross off, Paulson in. And Liebert will serve. 12-12. One pushed forward. That one's going to come back. Into the net, point Medford. serve. That one low, painting the line, point. Caught Northland Pines napping a little bit there. Went to that far side, nice and short. Liebert now getting them back out to 2. Liebert, another low serve, that one more in the middle. So really catching Pines out, they just have to send it across. Medford a chance to build the slow pass, tip, down, point. Rin Rush does it again. The finesse play working again. You got the power out there, but Rin Rush has made some high IQ plays. That one, passed forward. That's going to set up in the middle, tipped across. Paulson, little bits of confusion, and that one's not going to make it across. Point Pines. A little bit of confusion there from Medford. Gets Pines the serve, and it'll send Sammy Huelskamp back. She's had some good runs of serve. Huelskamp. Well passed forward by Krug. In the middle, power, into the roof, down, point! We talked about the finesse. That time it was Rin Rush just using the power. As Krug puts that one tipped forward on the floor, point. 17-13, and Coach Smith needs to take the timeout. We will take it with them. 17-13, Medford back on top. We'll be back right after this. All right, back here. 17-13, Medford with the lead. Hines just getting back out onto the floor. Olivia Krug's been doing some yeoman's work serving this last little stretch. Low serve, that one though, a little too low into the net. Point. Hines. Gets them back within 3. 13, Melia Eggleston, another good server back for Northland Pines. That one played up, a little bit of confusion. Klepatuskas, that one tipped. Paulson there, that one fought for at the net, pushed over. Paulson, passing far side Fredrickson. Fredrickson just has to send it. Chance for Northland Pines, that one blocked, passed forward well. That one down, blocked, point, Rin Rush. In the middle again, powers it through the block. She will come off for Gabby Brunner, who will head to the back line to serve. Rin Rush really starting to be the backbone in the middle for this team. That one comes up, long serve again out the back. That has been a problem. And now back to serve Paris Croker. You don't want to give too many unforced errors in the playoffs. That one, back line. Well set up for Klepatuskas in the middle, not able to get much on it. Well played by Northland Pines. Comes here near side, tipped across, going over the block. That one's going to go far side. Fredrickson blocked back into the bleachers. Point. They got the hands to it. Couldn't do much with it as Brame comes on for Liebert. Gross comes on for Paulson. 19-15. Gross. That one comes across. Now it's going to build here near side. Power! Just misses the back line. just missing the back line. Point Medford. And that one, that time they keep it in play on that back line in the middle. Tipped across. Klepetuskas pushing it back. And that will allow Pines to set again. They tip again, find the open floor. Point Pines. 20-16, substitution comes in. That'll be Sternhagen on, Hadley Olivati out. And Sternhagen will head to the back line to serve. Low shot, that one's gonna come back, tip off the net. Medford, good play there by Sophie Gross to get that one and save it. Back the other way, blocked down, out, Point Pines. Got the block to it, but couldn't keep it in play. Point Pines, 2017. Sternhagen back to serve again. That one in the air. Gonna come back here. Blocked down, tipped across. Good job there by Fredrickson. Tip into the net. Down, Point Medford. Megan Fredrickson to serve. Fredrickson, short serve. Had to go down low to get it, sent across. Fredrickson there, the set is going to go for Abby Fry. That one comes back, tipped into the back forward, down Point. Abby Fry, the placement, getting Northland Pines a little out of sorts. And Coach Smith takes her other timeout. 22-17, we'll be back right after this.
If your path to achieving your hopes and dreams is less than clear, Meyer & Associates provides the direction and guidance that helps put things into focus. We provide financial advice and customized solutions that help take the uncertainty out of your dreams for today and the future.
We can work together to make an honest assessment, understand your options, commit to a plan, live life brilliantly. Our team is here to help.
(22-17) in Game 2. Medford looking to take a commanding lead. Megan Fredrickson back to serve again. Said winner of this game goes to Mosinee on Thursday. That one takes a tip. Northland Pines can't get it across. Point Medford. 2 points away. Fredrickson sends it. That one back far again. The ball ends up back. Tips off of that. That's going to be a double hit. Point. Caught one of the crossbars that support the roof. You've got the big beams that run, like, I guess it would be east to west in the gym, and then you got the north. 2-0 Medford. We head to Game 3. Medford with the lead. We'll be back right after this.
At Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation, we are here to help you with your local home needs. Whether it's your first house, or your dream house, or your last house, Fairway is here for you. We care about our customers because they are not only our neighbors, but our friends. We are a locally owned mortgage company, and we pride ourselves on helping better our community and our customers. If you would like to learn more about your home options, please give me a call today at 715-384-7878.
Welcome back. Medford with the lead. 2-0. Couple pretty good ones so far. And Northland Pines putting up a fight, as you'd expect for a 4-5 matchup here. But talking with Coach Harabi, they are putting up a new week. So that looks pretty cool out there. We'll have a look at that in the spring. Some other improvements out there in the baseball field. Always something going on here in Medford. So a lot of things happening. Busy week for the Raiders, as we said. Obviously, soccer is here on Thursday. They take on Rhinelander. Winner of that game plays Saturday up in Lakeland. That will be part of our Super Saturday of events, as we have 2 cross-country meets and hopefully a soccer game to cover up in Lakeland. So that's going to be a busy day for us. Always love that. Obviously, the football team will see a familiar opponent. It'll be the 4th time that team that Rice Lake and Medford have played in less than 12 months. They played twice late last season, once in week 6 and once in level 1, and then they played to start this year, and now they play again Friday. B will be heading up there. Mary Kate Kusick back to serve, and she sends that one back line, well dug out by Liebert. That one's going to come into the middle. Fry just sends that one across. Might have gone out the back, but kept in play. Now they're going to build to the middle. That one down. Point. When they've been able to set it up there in the middle for Paris Croker, Pines has been successful. The issue so far has been getting the ball to her. Kusick back to serve again. Another low serve. Well dug this time. Almost clips the support. Now Rin Rush with the placement finds the open floor. Point Medford. Libero Haiduk comes back in for Kusick. And now Liebert to serve. That one sent. That was going to pass forward. Now it's going to come back this way. Tipped across, but out of play. Point Medford. Medford with the lead, looking to close this one out in 3. Save some of the energy, get themselves ready for a challenge next week on Thursday versus Northland Pines. For some reason I keep thinking it's next week. But no, it's on Thursdays. That one comes in the middle, pass over. That one tipped, it's going to get passed back. But into the net, point. Northland Pines not able to really recover. The little tip got him out of sorts. There wasn't much they could do as Liebert heads back and serves again. The safe crossing gentleman, that one a little too far out the back, point Pines. The student section bringing in one of those little school safe crossing signs. Not sure where they got that from, but he's wearing a cape now. Interesting to see where one is missing. As that one comes back, that one all the way forward, going to clip the net, tipped across, and now too far, point Medford. Medford doing a good job keeping that one alive after it bounced off. 4-2. That one back line. Tipped forward, right there was Klepetuskas. The set, they're going to build far side for Frederickson, not able to time it up, got blocked. That one goes all the way out, confusion point. And you're starting to see what you sometimes see in these games. You go down 2 and you start second guessing yourself a little bit. Hines may be doing that. It's hard not to do when you're down 2-0, you're overthinking things a little bit. That one up, will get across. Set, that's going to go far side for Frederickson. Tried to go over the block, it looked like. That one's going to come back here near side. Block, down, point. Right as I say that, Northland Pines look pretty in shape there. So much of volleyball is dependent on the previous play. And we've seen some times where Northland Pines has looked really good and some times where they just haven't quite had it together. That one comes back, Klepetuskas, that one's going to come all the way out here. Good placement, Larissa Klepetuskas 6-2, and now we'll see Brunner come on for Rush, and she will head back and serve. Gabby Brunner. Big run up, and she sends that one across. Low, that one's going to send off almost into the bleachers, come back into the middle, into the net, point Medford. And there's a point where they look just a little out of sorts. We'll see Lexi Thomas check in for the first time. Paris Croker, she's been on the floor the entire game, in both games, so she's going to get a well-deserved rest. That swing comes in, that one's going to be tipped forward, that one's going to pop back and just get sent across. Good pass in the middle, they're going to come here to the near side. Paulson, that one tipped at the line, but well saved. But not much Pines can do, they just have to send it to the back. Miscommunication though, point Northland Pines. And that's why you always make sure to at least get that one across. We're going to see another substitution. Thomas comes out. Mary Kate Kusick checks in. Actually, no. Thompson's going to stay in and serve. It was actually for the libero, Haidu. That one comes across. Pass forward. A little out of sorts. Can't quite get it across. Point Pines. And there's a moment where Medford looked just a little out of sorts. Thomas back to serve. That one. Pass forward. They're going to go for Klepatuskas. Going off the backboard. Pass forward. That one's going to be saved. Now they're going to go for Fredrickson. Fredrickson pushing it right there. And now they're going to set in the middle. Tipped across. Tipped up. Paulson looking for Fredrickson again. Fredrickson just pushing back line. Chance to set it up, but into the net. Point. 8-5. Liebert for Brame for Liebert. Brost for Paulson, and Brost will serve. Medford looking to close it out in 3. That one, back line, passed over far side. Now they're going to get it into the middle. Power, well dug out there. Fighting for it though, and that one comes back. Not so good of a dig actually. Forced Katie Brame to try and dive towards the bench, and that one goes out. Now we'll see 11, Grace Cassidy Sternhagen serve. Only 2-point lead for Medford. Step up and the serve. That one comes back. Now they tip it over far side for Brame. Brame going for placement. That one comes back here near side. Setting up. Rose going far side for Fredrickson. Into the block. Gets it back across. Go for Fredrickson again. That time she pushes. That one's going to be flying around, and that one's going to go too far. Out the back. Point Medford. Both teams doing some strong work to keep that play alive, but Medford in the end getting the point, and Fredrickson's going to head back and serve. Fredrickson, that one straight up into the air. That's going to come back here near side. Attack from the back line, and that will build. Build for Klepatuskas into the net. Point Pines. Neither team's been able to pull away. 9-7. Medford with the lead, and it will be Maddie Meisenberg to serve for Northland Pines. One up in the air. It's going to set, and it'll be Krug coming forward to take care of it. Giving Pines a chance to set in the middle. That one down. Eats up Gross. Not much she could do. A lot of power on that one. Northland Pines within one. Good play there. Malia Eggleton for Northland Pines. And Meisenberg back to serve again. Meisenberg. Low serve. Out the side. Point Pines. We are tied at 9. Coach Schreiner chases after it. A little bit of miscommunication between Brunner and Krug on who was taking that one. Meisenberg goes right back to those two. That one played better. They're going to set here near side. Klepatuskas off the net. Down point. Let's go, Brandon! Let's go, Brandon! So that that one's going to come back to Klepetuskas, who will serve 10-9. Klepetuskas. That one takes a shot to the far side. Going to be passed back into the middle. Power through the block. Point Pines. And we are back tied at 10. We were tied at 10 in game 2. Actually, in fact, tied at 9 and tied at 10 in game 2 before Medford with a couple of crucial runs. Now we'll see substitution. 10, Paris Croker comes back on for Lexi Thomas. So some big hitters up front for Northland Pines. Chance to maybe do some damage. That one's going to come over. Rin Rushes has to send it across. Finds the open floor. Point Medford. Keeping an eye on a couple other events going on tonight. More professional. Obviously, the Bucks getting the rings and the banner tonight. And as a Wild fan, keeping an eye, they're playing in Winnipeg tonight. 11-10. Hockey fan, we're excited for some Raider hockey coming up not too long. A lot of sports going on this winter. We're excited for all of them. So that one's going to come back here. Sent across. Played in the back line. They're going to go for Rush, who just has to push it. That one comes back here near side. Power down, blocked, point. I believe it was blocked. Either way, it landed on the Pine side of the net. Point Medford. Paulson. That one. Pass forward. Good pass. They're going to set in the middle. That one down between the lines. Point. Northland Pines sneaks that one between. 12-11 Medford with the lead, and that will send Sammy Huelskamp back to serve. Huelskamp tips it off the net. That one will be sent back across. Good job there. Rin Rush getting to that one. Excuse me. Going for Fry. Blocked back. Krug there. Now pass back line. Pass forward. Comes back across. They're going to build backside here now for Paulson. Blocked back. On a play. Point. There we go. Olivia Krug back to serve, 13-11. Gets that one across. Coming back here, power! Missed the back line, Point Medford. Nothing Medford could do with that one. Croker putting a lot of force behind it, but just a little too much out the back, and that one served by Krug, back line. Pass, they're going to come here near side. Now that one goes out the back. Back-to-back plays. They went for Croker again. Trying to paint that back line. 15-11. Krug. That one sent far side. Let's see what they do again. This time they're going to go middle for Eggleston. Nope. Little win for placement. Now they come back. Fredrickson. Down. Point. Off the tip, and just like that, we talked about game 1, and they're going to get a timeout. We're going to keep it here. We talked about in game 2, it was tied at 9, tied at 10, and then just like the Heroes, tied at 9, tied at 10, Medford then goes on a 6-1 run, and they are in range of closing this one out. That Coach Jacobson and the Mosinee Indians in the house. They are in the gym sitting behind the 5 Northland Pine students that made the trip down. Give them credit too. That is a 2.5-3-hour drive down from Eagle River. And on a school night, I mean, they're not going to get back there till, let's see if we get out of here shortly. They're not going to get back till 11 midnight. And they got school in the morning, so give them a lot of credit for making the trip down to cheer on the Eagles. Obviously, the Medford student section, pretty big here tonight. But we are ready to go. Krug. Stepping up. Short serve. Well played by Northland Pines. They go backside. That one down. Dug out by Paulson. Liber comes up. Fredrickson just misses the line. And that goes out, and it is a point to Northland Pines, and Malia Eggleston back to serve. Eggleston. Low line drive, played well by Medford. That's going to go back for Klepetuskas. Played on that back line. Now it's going to come back here near side, tipped across. They're going to give the tip. Tip, last touch by Medford. Point Northland Pines, they're within 3. 16-13, Eggleston to serve. That one down, up, going far side. Fredrickson off the tip, catches it and play it anyway. Point Medford. Medford now 8 away from closing this one out. And it will be Gabby Brunner to serve. Brunner. Big run up. Again, shooting that back line. Confusion for Northland Pines. They just forced to send it across. Good pass forward, going for Klepetuskas. The tip. That one will come across. Good job by Northland Pines. Setting in the middle, Paulson. Paulson looking for it. Getting down to it was Camp, and that one's going to be tipped back, but not across. Point Medford. Brunner back to serve. Takes the big swing, misses the back line. Point Pines. There we go. Okay, making sure I was... Sorry about that, dropping out there for just a second, but we're back. Internet doesn't always want to work for us. 19-16, the Northland Pines serve as we try and get everything squared away. 19-17. So that one back line, that is Sternhagen. Sternhagen the serve. That one tips off the upright. Medford just forced to bump it across. That's going to set here in the middle, tip across. Just barely keeping it from going over the line. Fredrickson finds the open floor point. 20-17. And it'll be Megan Fredrickson to serve. Fredrickson. Good pass forward by Hajduk. Good play there, but dug out well by Medford. Now he's going to come back forward. Klepetuskas pushing across. Hajduk just gets down on the floor. That one down. Point Northland Pines. Pines keeping themselves in this one. They're only down 2. And they will have the serve with Meisenberg. Eisenberg. Big swing. Too far out the back point, Medford. Medford back up 3. Rush back on. Gabby Brunner comes off. Klepetuskas to serve. All for Medford. Klepetuskas. That low serve, that was going to come back into the middle here near side. Through the tip. Klepetuskas gets there. Bro setting up far side for Fry. Fry the little tip over. That one's going to be kept in play and be sent across. Chance for Medford to build again. Bros is going to come back here. And Brame just sending it back line. Chance for Northland Pines to set up. That one comes back. Set here in the middle. Brame again just forced to send it across. Building here. Tip across. That one finds the floor. Point Northland Pines, 21-19. Now the trick is Northland Pines has to do something with the serve. They've gotten these opportunities a couple times now, but they haven't been able to keep it long enough to get a good run of point going. That one comes up. Bros setting for Rush. Rush tips it across. Well played by Northland Pines. Come back here to the near side, into the net. Point Medford. And Medford's going to be more than happy to swap points at this point because they're going to come out on top in the end. Liebert back to serve. Graham off, Brost off. Paulson also back on. Katie Liebert. Taking a long time. Oh, substitution on the other side. 8. Kusik comes off. That serve. Good play forward. That was going to be passed right into the middle. That one tipped up off the block. That was going to come back. Paulson just forced to pass it across. Setting up again in the middle. Corker. That one's going to be tipped up. Paulson keeps it in play. That one's going to come back across, but just go out the back. Point Pines. 22-20. Good job by Medford to even have a shot at keeping that one in play. Back to serve is Hulskamp. Cross, that one played up well. Liebert will leave it for Fry. Fry pushing back line. It's right to Northland Pines. Power through. That one's going to come down. Point Pines, they're within 1. And Medford's going to take a timeout. We are going to take it with them, 22-21. Game number 3. We'll be back right after this.
With 100 years of working experience, the team at Century 21 Dairyland Realty are ready to help you. Whether you're looking for a new home, recreation land, or a place to start your new business, the team at Century 21 Dairyland Realty are ready to help you. Stop into either of their convenient locations on West Broadway Avenue in Medford or North 4th Street in Abbotsford, or find them online at c21dairyland.com to find out more. Century 21 Dairyland Realty, a proud supporter of local athletics.
Welcome back. Medford holding on to a tenuous 1-point lead, 22-21. They need to get served back here and close this one out. They really, at this point, you don't want to be playing a 4th, let alone a 5th. Hillscamp, back line. Setting up in the middle. Rush! Down! Point! I think Coach Smith was going to complain the buzzer went off. I don't think it was intentional. Somebody forgot to turn the clock off. That one comes back up. Well dug out, setting, far side Fredrickson. Tip straight up into the air. That one's going to be played back into the middle. Just sent across, tip forward. Set, they're going to go for Fredrickson again. She tries to go over the block this time. Well passed up, and it goes back line. That one's going to come out and tipped out. That would have been out the back. Point, Northland Pines, 23-22. Malia Eggleston. You can hear just the scream out, but it's so hard to hear in this gym right now. I'm having a hard time hearing myself. It's that one, low line drive, played up. Paulson's going to go in the middle for Paulson. That one's going to come back. Tip down, but played there. Tip across. That was going to come back. Paulson sending far side for Fredrickson. That one, saved, but it goes into the net. Point Medford. Match point Medford. And rush will come off for Brunner. And actually, Coach Schreiner is going to take the timeout. Make sure who took it there. So they've got 2 points to play with here. They have the serve. It'll be Gabby Brunner to serve. Just need one. I mean, that's what it's got to be. Just need one. Keep your calm. Punch your ticket to Mosinee on Thursday. I think, looks like Coach Schreiner taking the timeout more or less just to let her team settle down a little bit, and maybe let the gym settle down a little bit. It was getting pretty rowdy there. And that is, I think, what Coach Schreiner did. She took the timeout just to let everybody settle down. Smart move there by Coach Schreiner. Brunner back. Oh, excuse me. Brunner, the swing, tips off the net. That was going to come back across. And that'll give Medford a chance. They're going to set in the middle with Papatuskas. No! Point! Medford advances! Medford goes 3-0. The broom is out from the student section. They're sweeping up the floor. Medford advances. They will take on Mosinee in Mosinee on Thursday night. We are going to pack it up here. Or not pack it up. We're going to get down on the court. We're going to talk to Coach Schreiner. We're going to talk to our player of the game to be determined in just a moment.
Check, check. Check, check. Check, check. All right, here with Coach Schreiner. Hopefully, we'll kind of pretty loud in here tonight, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's awesome. We've got a great fan base, and yeah, it was just awesome. I love the playoff atmosphere, especially in this older gym. It's just always loud and it's always electric.
Obviously, good prep for Thursday night because I've got a feeling Mosinee with a similar gym is going to be pretty loud as well. So kind of getting to the game, obviously you get the sweep, but none of the games are really all that easy. Kind of talk about the team fighting through some adversity early in a couple of those games and coming out with a sweep.
We really did. We were fighting through illness and injuries this week, so we've been battling with that, but this team is really good dealing with adversity. I was a little disappointed in how many serves we missed the second set, but we still managed to win, so that shows a lot of their character. The fact that they could take the lead and keep the lead the whole time. We talk about volleyball as a game of baby games, you know, so we just first to 5, first to 10, first to 15, so when we got in the huddle before the third set, it was like 5 more baby games, and we're going back to Mosinee.
Obviously, we're actually going to grab Olivia Krug here in just a moment. She had some big runs of serve out there, along with some big plays on the back line. Kind of talk about what she's been able to do for you throughout the year.
She has really come into her own. She actually moved from middle back defensive position to left back defensive position this year, and she does a fantastic job of reading hitters. I mean, she knows exactly where, if they're going to hit it hard or if they're going to roll shot it. She's all over back there. She's I always call her the back row ninja, so because she's all over.
Obviously, 24-22, third game, you call a timeout. It seemed to be more of just kind of a calm yourselves, just get the point kind of timeout. Was I reading that right from up top?
Yes, you were. It was just everybody take a deep breath, make your serve. We talked to Gabby Bruner a little bit, you know, because her jump serves had been floating, and I'm like, if you want to stay on the ground, go ahead and stay on the ground, because she's got that great aggressive jump serve also. But she's like, Coach, I'm just going to stay down and put it in the 30-foot square. And I'm like, you go for it. So, but yeah, it was just one of those, let's calm down, let's get this last point. And that's exactly, so you read that right.
All right, congrats on the win. Good luck on Thursday. All right, we're going to grab Gabby Brunner here as soon as they're done with pictures. So be just a moment. here with one of our players of the game tonight, Gabby Brunner. Gabby, you had some good runs of serve there during the game. What was kind of working for you from the back line?
I just kind of put it out of my head, and I just had to be confident to just get my serve over, and I just thought I wanted to do it for my team, so I just shut my brain off and just put it over the net, I guess.
Obviously, some of the changes this year and last year is that you don't switch sides. You had the student section right next to you the whole game. How much did that help you guys feeding off the energy at all from the student section?
Yeah, we really appreciate our student section. They really get us hyped up and keep us energized to keep our momentum going, and we really appreciate them being there.
So obviously you get the win tonight. Your reward, you go to Mosinee in a couple days. Any thoughts going into that Mosinee match?
We've had some pretty tough games against them, but we know we can beat them because we've had a lot of close games, but we'll have to work really hard for it, but it should be a really good game.
All right, sounds good. Congrats on the win.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to grab one more player here. We'll be with Olivia Krug in just a moment. All right, here with our other player of the game, Olivia Krug. Olivia, we kind of talked about Gabby too. You had some good runs of serve here. What was kind of working for you from the back line?
We were like hustling a lot in the back and moving our feet. We were picking up a lot of scrappy stuff, and we were covering our hitters really well, which really helped out.
Obviously, you're one of those players, you are all over the place on the floor. How much are you, I'm going to take a guess that you're one of those players that likes to be down on the floor, rolling around, trying to keep those balls alive.
Yeah, it's always really exciting when you get on the floor and get a good dig. It's an adrenaline rush, that's for sure.
So obviously your reward for winning tonight, you get to go Thursday over to Mosinee. Any thoughts about that match coming up Thursday?
I'm really excited. Mosinee is a really strong team, but we can hold them, and I'm just excited to see what we can bring.
Did you see them up in the stands tonight?
I did see them up there.
All right, congrats on the win. Good luck on Thursday.
Thank you.
All right, you know what? We got time. I think we're going to grab one more. All right, here, she was right there, so it was an easy grab. Abby Fry. Abby, I've noticed that over the course of the season, you've kind of grown more in your role. How much fun has it been kind of taking a bigger and bigger role with the team as the season's gone on?
It's been so much fun. It's so exciting every game, and I love getting closer with my team, and it's just so much fun. I love being a part of this team.
Obviously, you get to be up front a lot with some of those really big hitters, the Rin Rushes and them. How much fun is it sometimes when you get to watch them, and what have you learned from them that has helped you get to the point of where you're playing as much as you are?
I'm learning how to block. It's kind of hard being vertically challenged, but I'm working on it. They're fun to play with. I feel bad when I don't get the blocks and I have to murder my back row, but working on it and learning from them is always awesome.
So obviously you win tonight. Now your next step, you get to play Mosinee. Any thoughts playing Mosinee on Thursday?
We have to go in excited. We have to go in ready to play in the right mindset. We have to work hard.
Okay, last question. You had a lot of good placement shots tonight. Is that something you've been working on more?
Oh, absolutely. Always talking about playing smart and where to place the ball. The back row's talking, go here, you have 2 blockers, all that.
All right, congrats on the win. Good luck on Thursday.
Thank you.
All right, that will wrap it up for us here. So we are going to be back here Thursday for soccer, Rhinelander Medford. That is a 7 o'clock start on Thursday. We will have links to football on Friday. That will be Medford at Rice Lake. We will have 2 huge games, so you can watch the stream from Rice Lake and then also tune in to following what is an amazing team in Colby. We'll also have Spencer Columbus versus St. Croix Falls. We'll have those 2 games for you Friday. We'll have a full day of coverage of cross country and soccer most likely on Saturday. So busy times, playoffs are here, but enjoy the night, enjoy your Wednesday. We will see you all Thursday night.